son, as I keep telling you, it's a granddad's duty to tell you all the stuff in the past. Well, my past, I should say. Right. It was back in the days, as I think I can slowly remember. You're paying attention yet again, because you always seem to not to be, keep telling you all this story malarkey, and you don't seem to, really bother and pay attention, do you, lad? No, hey, I'll get on with what I was going to be on about, right?
Back in my days, little grandson, Ron Howard, one of his most popular roles he did was in the Andy Griffin show, playing Opie. Now, this was quite interesting because obviously it had that mysterious thing that what happened to Opie's mum, because she was never in it. And obviously it was like a father and son bond type of series. It went on for 8 years, and obviously there was like a bloody spin-off as well, but sticking to that fact. But obviously we can't regret about because Ron Howard obviously all the time he wanted to just come a director in his lifetime, as I like to say. Well, he did, but obviously I like to get on about when the British wanted to cash in onto this thing of the Howards, because you've got a father and son without a mum, and obviously you've got Ron Howard's brother, right, Clint Howard, right? He starred in another popular series, right, called Gentle Ben, and that had a great big bloody bear in it. And I think that might have given the inspiration for the British to do the same for us kiddywinkies to grow up. And it all started off right in 1972. It did, I think. It did. It was the TV show was called Rainbow, and I think because they introduced a great big bear and a bloke not looking after one single child, but he was bringing up 3, but technically they want children at all. One's a bear, one's a hippo, and one's some people pointed out it was a autism monster or something. That's what I got told. So yes, that the beloved TV series Rainbow. Now it was a guy called Jeffrey, right, what lived with these 3 things, like, but it was educational. I mean, obviously when I think of Gentle Ben, Great Big Bear, but no, it was bloody different with Rainbow. It came out with some intellectual, interesting stories, like disabilities. I mean, obviously it was that great big bear called Bungle what caused the disabilities, because I remember this character Zippy, we all remember Zippy, he had 2 arms once upon a time, until Bungle got angry. I think it was the craze of back to Ron Howard and George Lucas and that, because they had a character called Chewbacca what always lost its temper, and especially around bath time, and obviously it was a very sore loser as well. I mean, the example of the movie Star Wars might explain it a lot better.
Now be careful, R2. He made a fair move. Screaming about it can't help you.
Yeah, it's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
But sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
I see your point, sir. I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
Ah, that's right, grandson. They said Star Wars was odd and weird, but it was harmless for kids to watch. But my gosh, I was shocked when we saw Bungle, you know, flipping out and kicking off when he lost a serious game of Tiddlywinks with Zippy, and Zippy rubbed it in, so he ripped his bloody arm off. And next thing, George, the pink hippo, he was a bit timid and placid like. He was trying to, stop him or tell him off. Hey, Bungle just went off on one and ripped his arm off. And then Jeffrey came in, wanted to know what was going on. And then obviously, Jeffrey, you didn't mess with Jeffrey, right? Because he's some sort of bungle out. Oh, I did, yeah, so it was good educational program, was Rainbow, for us kiddie winkies. It was, it was, little grandson. All the stories you used to tell, and all the special guest stars as well, telling us stories and all. I mean, when I remember there was this Jeffrey, obviously, because he's a single bloke. And the only woman we actually saw on the programme, was Jane, but she was a bit, she was a very busy lady with two other men she had. But obviously, I always remember her explaining about little Bo Peep losing her sheep, and obviously she explained about losing her virginity and she couldn't find it, and that was an interesting story in Rainbow, very educational. But that was back in the days with Grandad, but obviously we want to get on with our Ron Howard, obviously, because obviously he he didn't create the character, but obviously George Lucas did this Chewbacca gorilla thing, but we didn't know what he was really, but obviously with that bloody Bungle imitating him, but it was popular in the 70s, and when it got to 80s, when Empire was out and Return of the Jedi, all these little hairy little things going around kicking off and making people disabled, you know what I mean? That's how it was back in our days. It just was, oddly, but yeah. So, lucky enough that Ron Howard had the opportunity to give us a sort of a highlight of the relationship or the friendship of, Han Solo and Chewbacca. I mean, they were in the galaxy far, far away, so they say, but obviously, they wasn't, that innocent as you may think it could be. Yes, the complex story of Star Wars was quite intellectual. Well, complicated, you may think, but obviously I'll have to get on moving on about the poor Ron Howard what had to sort all this story about Solo and that, and obviously with the scandal was going on at the time. I mean, the best thing for me is actually put a clip on, isn't it?
We have, thank you. Okay, thank you. And it's, we have an, okay, yes, there's right here. Question right there. Yeah. Yes, somebody,
You shit. You son of a bitch. What do you want? Oh, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Always trying to blame me. You're the one who couldn't keep it in your furry pants.
Actually, he's not wearing any kind of, doesn't wear pants.
I rest my case. You're so full of. How did he get in here? Did you set this up? You set this up, Kibble?
No. I just thought you two could bury the hatchet. I mean, I know you've had issues in the past, and I thought it'd be nice to get you together, you know. What happened between you?
He knows what he did. She was my wife. You Wookiee sack of.
Please, that's not. That's really no reason to speak.
You listen to me. You're either on my side or you're on his side.
Well,
No. I'm out of here.
No,
Really.
No, I really didn't
And
mean
you. I'll see you in hell.
That means there won't be a. Well, 42 is in theaters now. Harrison Ford, everyone. We'll be right back with Anthony Mackie. As most Star Wars fans know, there has been some, well, let's just call it animosity between two members of the original cast. I really don't know what happened. I know it involved an affair of some kind. I know it involved a woman. And since then, I've been trying to get them back. Everything all right? Something going on inside? You know what? Excuse me. I need to see what's happening. I'll be right back. So, hey, what's going on? Got a jumper. Oh no. Oh, can I have that? I know him.
Chewbacca, it's Jimmy Kimmel. Don't do this. You have too much to live for. I can't understand you. Again, I can't understand you.
Jimmy, what's going on?
Hey, it's Chewbacca. He's gonna jump.
Oh. Good.
No, not good. Not good. What do you mean good? No, bad. This is bad. That's your friend. Do something.
Shut your Wookiee grunt hole, will you? Don't give me that. You made a choice. She was my wife. No, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. No. Go ahead. Do us a favor. Jump.
No.
Go on, jump.
Don't jump. Don't do that. No, come on. What are you doing? That's your friend up there. I know you guys have been through a lot, but that was a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away. You gotta do something here. Don't you remember the good times? They were really good times.
It was quite sad what really happened to Chewbacca. I mean, obviously, there were all sorts of scandals with Karen Fisher writing that book and that as well, grandson. But anyhow, I mean, it's interesting, but not as interesting as compared to Ron Howard and with the Andy Griffin show. Yes. Now, back in the heyday, that Andy Griffin show was very popular, but obviously, times move on. Like Ron Howard got older, and I think this director Roger Corman, right, he's done movies obviously, but it was a spirit for like your granddad likes all them car crashes and stuff like movies, because obviously he got Ron Howard to play a naughty sheriff's son, yes, and obviously he's attracted to a young lady, and obviously the lady says, you know, to have something naughty, like or breeding or whatever, as you like to say. Well, I like to say maybe, but anyhow, it's getting complicated. But obviously, it boils down to breeding with the lady. But obviously, she only has one day with him, and the only reason she'll do it for him is obviously to steal a racing car. And his dad is the sheriff, and he sends all the police force, and he destroys them all, and they're left with these the rest of the races, and all they're doing is, you know, drinking and getting drunk, and you can imagine the carnage. Anyhow, Ron Howard, back in the heyday, he said he's willing to do this movie as long as he can direct a movie, and he directed the Never Crash Crazy movie, yeah, Grand Theft Auto. And as you well know, that they created the video game after that. Oh yes, by the history of that. Oh yes. Oh, well, obviously, as you know, that me and your dad let you play on it. But that was the heyday. You do know that Ron Howard, right? He did a lot more other movies back in his present days. I mean, I could talk a lot about Ron Howard because obviously, you know, technically, you could watch him on, you know, on that ancient invention, you know, of YouTube and stuff, because there's loads of interviews he did and all that lot, explaining how he, you know, he came from an actor to a director. But obviously, we're always going to have a heart for the Grand Theft Auto movie, because that was the humble beginning what got things changing for history. Well, for Grandad's history, because yeah, you can't, because obviously before video games got popular, you know, we had to watch movies, and we still do watch movies, and you know, the odd occasion you do, and all that lot. But like I said, there's very popular movies, as I keep saying to your grandson. I'll tell you what, I think I better leave you at that, because, you know, Grandad's very old, and he'll need a bloody nap after watching that bloody movie he watched, because it was a bit scary. I'll tell you about that movie a lot later on. Alright, little grandson. So...
Goodbye.
Bye, have a great time.